Hey guys, it is me, Phoenix. We are going to do a general read to see where your energy is. Please do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified when I post a new video. Remember, red hearts if you made it through, purple hearts if it resonates, green hearts if you're working on it, yellow hearts if you rock with me and got my six, meaning have my back because I have yours. It is something funny going on with this algorithm, this YouTube algorithm. So if you can please do me a favor and like the video. I would appreciate it. Oh boy. What we're going to do is we're going to discuss a topic. We're going to discuss the journey, the lesson, and understand the lesson and the journey. This tells me right now, this is a topic, but this tells me if the tower is you're contemplating on ending things. But yeah, look at that. And my cards are not in reverse. So this is you not having empathy for anything anymore. Hold on one second. Okay. So there we go. The chariot in the reverse, this is where we are now. It's like reality is, you know, that there needs to be some type of tower moment. But, with the chariot being in reverse, it's carelessness, it's arrogance, or it's living in a fantasy, living in a fantasy. Oh, I almost sung. I want to say Apollonia. Oh God, that just tells you my age. Yeah, anyway. So, yeah, and the tower energy, instead of wanting to tear it down, you're not sure of how to tear it down. Yeah, but you gotta understand where the burdens are and understand to live in the present moment and have clarity why you have to do the things that you need to do. Page of Wands energy, yesterday is history. Tomorrow's a mystery. The only thing that's real is the present moment, so enjoy. This is adventure. This is taking chances. This is for growth. This is for you to grow in the present moment and not to live in the past, which causes fear and anxiety for the future. And so you have to stop living in a respectfully imaginary world of the what ifs and trying to make things, not make, I'm saying that wrong respectfully. Yeah, not to be afraid to go after the things that you love, not someone else. Knight of Cups energy. Knight of Cups energy says always follow your heart. It'll never lead you astray because it knows things the mind can't explain. But this in reverse is empty promises, It's a fantasy. Again, it says fantasy and it says moodiness. So, again, with the chariot being in reverse, it's wanderlust. That is what that is. And that's a fantasy, like I said in the beginning, And so, therefore, yeah, no matter the situation you find yourself in, the ebb and flows of life, there is always hope. Have faith, be optimistic, focus on self care. You have to focus on you and understand where the burdens are and why burdens are needed to be ended. Because something about what you've been waiting for, your heart, trying to follow your heart, then something that's been keeping you stagnant is because of the burdens that are heavy and it's toxic and it causes you to overthink. Devil energy, self destructive patterns, Eight of Swords, overthinking. It's causing you to overthink. Basically, this fantasy or the assumption of the potential of a person, place, thing, or situation now is causing you to overthink. And in turn, the universe is saying you got to work on yourself. It's time to end it. The Eight of Pentacles energy is, yeah, you working hard and working hard on your skills, not worried about what somebody else can bring to you, yeah. And this is for you to have completion, but the world card being here is in the reverse because it's causing emptiness or incompletion and a lack of closure. But in the upright it would be completion, but there's no completion here. There's a lack of closure and you're still holding on to saying that this power, authority, and stability, or Aries energy, or person of stability, or who you feel like is stable enough and has the power and the authority to get you in the right direction or to give you what your heart desires, is causing you to be burdens. It's causing burdens and toxic energy and making you feel as if you're in a fantasy because the realization is happening. The ebb and flows, the lessons. No man is your enemy, no man is your friend. Every man is your teacher, man or woman. And this person is teaching you a lesson to be able to trust in yourself. Two of Swords energy. To be able to trust in yourself. And that is the cycles that you have to go through. This is so that you can have the courage, the desire, and be positive about every situation moving forward. Again, the Tower energy in the reverse is letting you know that there are stormy times here. You're restless. I'm surprised the Nine of Swords didn't come out, but this is overthinking just lets me know why it didn't come out. Tower energy is what we're going to clarify. It's not coming out because it's basically letting you know, with the Chariot being in the reverse, that you have given up your empathy. You're not empathetic about these situations, but that is doing what makes your heart happy, or lover's energy. You have to go into hermit mode. The hermit energy says sometimes you need to withdraw in order to rediscover your own rich inner world through tranquility, meditation, and reflection. The lover's card is doing what makes your heart happy, but if there is struggles, and if there is some type of financial situations that's causing you burdens by you holding on to the past and being in fear and looking towards the present, towards the future, which is causing you anxiety, it's time to get in the present moment now, because you're struggling. You're struggling. Five of Pentacles energy could be 5 years, but you're struggling on how to end this situation to make yourself feel justifiable about the fantasy that you've been living for the last 5 years, Five of Pentacles, or 8 years. You've been struggling for 5 years, but now you're working on yourself 8 years down the line. Or you could put it together 13 years. Yesterday, the 13 years came out, but the 5 years is when you realize that you're struggling. This could cause financial insecurities. The 8 years is when you decide, after overthinking so long, that you got to figure out how to end this, but you're working on yourself, which is good. And now you're trusting in yourself and not the toxic energies. And that's the ebb and flow. And the universe, again, says no matter the situation you find yourself in, I'm clarifying the Knight of Cups. No matter the situation you find yourself in, there is always hope for growth, Sun. The Knight of Cups energy is the happiest, the Knight of Cups energy is follow your heart. It'll never lead you astray. But when it's in the reverse, it lets you know, again, you're living in this fantasy of empty promises, and this person is moody. So this tells me you're dealing with the ego. But the only way to get out of this is for you to grow and to have a realization that these are the ebb and flows of life and the toxic energies, and you living with the burdens and also living in the past or the future is causing you to be stagnant when it comes to the Tower moments, and why you need to end things. But work on yourself and trust in what you're doing in order for you to be stable and to have the courage and go after your desires and be positive. We're clarifying the World card, which should be completion, but again, it's emptiness, it's incompletion, there's no completion. And this just tells me, again, with the Chariot being in reverse, that you're losing your confidence in this situation. So anyway, to clarify the World, Page of Cups is the opportunities, right? The Page of Cups energy is opportunities, and it's also just letting you know that right now is a sensitive time. There's a lot of misunderstandings. There could be any type of energy where you want love, right? Gemini energy lovers, you want love. You want this what is it? Opportunity or affection from this person. But again, there is a lack of closure with the World energy being here. There's emptiness. So in order for you to have your Nine of Pentacles, 8, 9, Nine of Pentacles, your success, your great love, and your rewards, you got to know where your insecurities lie. Seven of Swords energy. You got to communicate. Be impeccable with your words moving forward on why you're doing it. And sometimes you don't even have to, but you have to communicate and move forward with confidence with yourself. Eight of Wands energy. You have to do this for yourself, and travel and see the world and see the different ways of why you're stagnant. And this is so you can have a better perspective on why this. It says, and I left this in here purposely because this is what they said tarot arrives from. What we see in the symbology of tarot derives in large measures from our own intuition and and once revealed, reflects back up on each of us to further enrich our lives. The communication is and the movement is so that you can enrich your life and have the courage and the desire, Ace of Wands energy, to know that there is a King of Cups out there for you, right? Or you have to be this for yourself. The King of Cups says only love, compassion, and understanding can truly bring you the happiness and tranquility that you seek. These things are causing you stagnation. And so the Ace of Cups energy being here is for opportunity, great love, and joy. You have to get out on the other side of this and end it. Damn it. The Death energy. The Death energy says, Where is it at? Oh, embrace change and let go of what no longer serves you. Death is not the end, it's a transformation that brings new beginnings. So the new beginnings and the opportunities, the great love, the joy, all of these things with the Ace of Cups energy and also the Page of Cups, it's the affection, the invitations, the opportunities, the love, the joy, and the compassion that you need is on the other side of you ending Tower energy. Sometimes you need to tear down the limiting structures you've built for yourself to move forward, rebuild better, stronger, and wiser. Your empathetic nature is starting to leave and it's starting to cause you to struggle and to be toxic. You're going to reflect the same energy that this person, place, thing, or situation is reflecting against you, a reflection, reflecting towards you. So the universe is saying, just end it, and send strength and healing, move forward, and go from there. I'm going to pull from the 100 Ways to Win at Love, and then we're going to pull from the finance deck, the Four Agreements, and the Crystal deck, which focuses on the chakras. Because, again, and you hear my throat is like kind of closing in, like I'm choking. So somebody's throat chakra, you don't know how to do this. And the only thing sometimes when you don't know how to do something is to just be quiet, to be still, be quiet, and stop communicating. Take time away from love. Freedom can be the gateway to happiness. You see what I'm saying? And that's what sometimes it's just about you moving forward without even an explanation or a definition, or you can you see that? I don't know why it's not. It says hitting the pause button and taking some time apart can help you grow as an individual and a chance and as an individual and a chance for them to realize what life looks like without you. And so that's what you're doing. And you hear my throat, right? You hear my voice. Your throat chakras are off because you don't know how to do it. And then sometimes it's okay to break your silence. It says you don't have to wait for them to chase you. It's okay to make the first move and break the silence. So, after you come out of hermit mode, depending on how you feel, is this going to cause you more destruction to go back because this person hasn't healed? Or do you feel as if it's been long enough to where they see what it's like without you, and you're going to break the silence to now communicate about the insecurities, the overthinking, the toxicity, the towers, the burdens, and the toxic energies? Are you going to communicate that? Attract what you are. Become the person you want to be. That's what you're doing in this time away. You're becoming the person by working on yourself. You're becoming the person that you want to be. And that is somebody that's loving, compassionate, and understanding. But that's called growth. And it says if you focus on shaping your own growth, you will attract someone better because you are better too. Be great without needing someone to make you greater. And so that exactly what I said when we talked about the Emperor energy is that this could be you. This could be the person that you're waiting or you think that is stable and strong and could be the person that has the power and authority, or you have to be that for yourself. So again, focus on your happiness. Focus on your happiness. Have the kind of life they admire. The more passion you have, the more exciting the world will be. You can't enjoy dating if your life is boring. And so, again, you're creating the things that you want. Hold on one second. Okay, yeah. So if you just focus on your happiness and get get away from the toxicity, sometimes we can't end it because it's family, or I'm not gonna say we can, we choose not to, or we feel like this is so. If this is in any situation to where you can move forward or focus on you and not focus on conversations, not focus on, living in the past or living in the future, which causes anxiety and fear, just focusing on the present moment and freeing yourself, get away to get happy, and so that's what this energy is of the Chariot coming in reverse, because again, it's like the fantasies, the perceptions, the potential, the assumptions, those types of things cause stagnation, and it causes sadness for us because we give too much of our good energy to people by assuming that they'll understand why we're doing it and they'll become or get on the same page, but they have scars and things like that. So I'm going to pull from the Four Agreements, and then creating reality. So this card came behind that. Live your life, live your best life by design. Yeah, you have the power to do that. You have amazing experiences freedom style, a lifestyle, infinite potential. So a freedom lifestyle. You see that? And it's saying, freedom can be the gateway to happiness. You see, creating your own thing. You know what I'm saying? And so that is what the universe is letting you know. Create your own reality, focus on your happiness. You attract what you are, break the silence if you have to, but also remember why boundaries and why the burdens and why you got to the situation in the beginning, the struggle, the burdens, having to end it, understand that. But remember, no matter the situation you find yourself in, there's always hope. Have faith, be optimistic, focus on self-care. So here, don't take anything personal. Refuse to eat emotional poison. It says, taking things personal makes you prey for predators. Exactly. It says they can hook your attention with one little opinion and feed you whatever poison they want. Refuse to eat the poison. So sometimes we forget about that. We forget that hurt people. And sometimes it's like we want to snap back at people. And sometimes we do. And sometimes we don't. And sometimes it makes us just walk away and say, whatever. The toxicity makes us overthink and get back to that situation. So again, when you're breaking the silence, remember that breaking the silence can be going back to where you started at and why you were having anxiety, why you were scared and fearful of the past or having anxiety for the future and what if and what your life was going to be. But you live in the present moment now. You focus on your own happiness. Then you realize why you ended it. And then you realize when breaking the silence means that I no longer take your burdens on. I no longer care about your struggles or, respectfully, I'm no longer overthinking. I'm no longer living in the past or the future. I'm only working on myself. And that's the communication that can happen because now you see things from a new perspective, right? Always do your best. Take action without expecting a reward. So this is how we live our life, right? But when our kindness is taken for granted or taken for weakness, this is when, we start to feel some kind of way. And so even doing our best sometimes makes us lose our empathy because we see that there's no opportunity for growth here and we're not happy anymore. It says, do your best and take the action. Do your best and take the action because you love it, not because you expect a reward. When you take action without expecting a reward, you enjoy every action. You can even receive greater rewards than you imagined. So again, this is where you are. You're going to receive all of your rewards, but you got to know where your triggers lie at, and why they're there and why you have to understand how to live moving forward and dealing with any aspect of any person. So you're changing your energy because you know that you've always done your best and there's no need to doubt anything when it comes to you doing your best. Does that make sense? The lapis lazuli came out. Third eye, crown, and throat chakra. Exactly. Communication, inner power, and intuition. So again, your third eye chakra is your intuition, your perception, and your understanding. Your perception of a person can keep you stagnant because this person may not, by you making the assumptions or you seeing the potential in a person, can cause you to be hurt, right? And so again, your perception, your intuition, and your understanding, right? Your throat chakra, your ability to communicate, right? To communicate right here, but also to trust in your communication to a source energy. You're trusting in your communication and you're taking time away and you're figuring out what makes you happy. That's what you're working on. What makes you happy? You're not focusing on the struggle or the burdens anymore, right? So your ability to communicate, to trust in your communication skills, and to express yourself when it comes to you breaking the silence, them coming back around and you telling them, I'm focusing on my happiness. Everything is about you. Learn to love yourself, And so the crown chakra is your belief system. You have to unlearn to relearn why you're in this situation and why you feel the way that you do when it comes to you overthinking. So again, your belief system, your spirituality, your selflessness, and the wisdom. High priestess energy, something that can only be understood through experience. So this is your communication, inner power, and intuition. It says, I see clearly and speak with confidence. So you're going to know that you always done your best. You never expected anything in return, just respect. That's all you wanted was respect. And at the same time, you didn't use, you made the assumptions, and so you weren't impeccable with your word. But now moving forward, you're going to communicate clearly, right? You're going to know that you always done your best, And you know that your end goal is to be happy no matter what it is. So I see clearly and speak with confidence. Now let's let this old energy go. I now let go of worn out conditions of lack, doubt, hate, negativity, procrastination, stagnation, sadness, generational curses, debt, bad energies, heartbreak, bad health, and addictions. Remember, addictions can be to a person, place, thing, or situation. I love you guys.